This week in league, Noffa looks to be responsible for the two biggest gaps in the West Tigers, their defensive line and their player retention.
Kalen Ponga's coward season set to continue into 2021 as he reveals he won't have the heart to start.
The Broncos lift the lid on Kevy's secret recruitment plan. Recruit every Cook Titans player that still has boots.
Plus, we bring you all the action for the annual TWILLY Awards for the 2020 NRL season.
All that and more this week in league. All right. Yes, first things first, we are live. We've got a ton of people in the chat room, which is great. And yeah, you're going to be. It's going to be a weird, loose show because we've got a very active chat room for the live one this time.
It is.
Immediately. Usually it sort of builds up and gets drunker and that sort of thing. But it's all happening. Welcome to episode 379 of This Week in League. I'm Nate.
And I'm Jay.
And this is the first time that we've probably done an episode in person for, I don't know, it feels like a lot.
But
maybe it's
all
not.
Through Origin we didn't. Because we had to do those.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. So, and I feel like we've done one after Origin, but it feels like it's a long time though. What are we both drinking? I'm drinking fucking water, and from the look of it, Stepdad's drinking coffee.
Yes.
Would that be fair to say?
That's it.
I do have a lot of alcohol out there, and I was just like, I'm just fucking hitting so many goals at the moment. I don't know if I need to get smashed yet, because I've got a wedding to attend next week on Thursday, and that's when I want to kind of draw a line in the sand, and then after that it's just fucking on until New Year's, I'd say. But at the moment, being very hydro homies, okay, and cherry juice. There's a lot of weird drink suggestions coming in the chat at the moment. Breezes, of course, obviously.
Oh, someone just smashed a monster. You fucking animal. Go, son.
And Paul Max says, "Soft. Listen, Pite, you can have a great time without drinking. I know that you know that." You and Darren Lockyer are well aware you don't need to drink to have a good time. Now, this is our yearly season-ending episode, obviously, where we reveal the TWiLLY results live, and then this will obviously be released. You may be listening to this as a podcast after the fact because it will be released as a regular episode and the final episode of the season. Are there any news stories that you wanted to speak about this week? As far as the news stories are concerned, I don't really. We've got a couple. We've got a hung jury in one case. We've got a jury that's going to be hung in the Jared Hay one as well. And I don't particularly feel like getting into all these, speaking about rapists.
Exactly.
Alleged rapists.
Yes.
For now.
Mm-hmm. It's not news until there's a verdict, and these are pretty simple. There's going to be what many consider a common sense verdict, or there is going to be a verdict where there's no time served. And what I would like to remind everybody is that whilst, if you want to have the legal system and have it there for when it goes your way, you have to respect when it doesn't. Yeah. And also, just because a conviction isn't made or a guilty verdict isn't reached, it is not a declaration of innocence. It is saying that they could not reach a guilty verdict. Yeah. So that's the shit that keeps me warm at night. Yeah.
Well, and the problem with the DeBellin one is that, as we've heard, as Digi members would know, is we've progressed through with our This Week in Popo friends that have been explaining various things that have been going on to us. There was some procedural issues at the start of the DeBellin thing, which has worked out in his favor a little bit, and from my understanding, this situation with the retrial, it's going to be much faster because the legal argument that sort of bogs cases down, that's all done. That's not going to happen in round 2. But the crucial thing is that they won't have the victim testifying this time round, and what they will instead do is play like edited highlights of her testimony by video, and this then in our friend's experience means that it's in his experience it's almost zero chance of getting a conviction because the jurors just can't make a connection with the victim based on edited highlights of of testimony. So just prepare yourselves for that eventuality. I mean, things are reported in the media, very salacious and everything like that. But unfortunately, and this is the conversation we've kind of had more on the members episodes about the job of the prosecution and the job of the defense.
That's it. I think it was a members episode.
I think it was a member.
I had a chat with one of the guys who worked on the defense team once, just at a work function. He was on the defense team for a child murderer in Queensland.
Okay.
Fairly high profile case.
Yep.
And in a roundabout way, I sort of said to him, "How the fuck do you sleep at night?" And he mentioned that in the beginning it was really tough, but he doesn't see his job as defending murderers. He sees his job as making sure that the prosecution have to do their job flawlessly in order to get a conviction. So he says that what he's trying to do is to stop the system being able to just say, we think someone was murdered here.
Looks like that guy did it. So
your phone says you were in a 10-kilometer radius of this place.
Yeah.
And we can't find any of the other 3 people, so we'll just say it's you and send you to jail.
Yep. So. And Jared Haynes, he came out to Jared Haynes' lawyer, kind of basically argued that
all he's guilty of.
He was shit in bed, being shit in bed, being shit in bed. And I was just having this conversation but before we started recording, but it's like, honestly, if that's me and I'm in that situation where I'm facing like aggravated like sexual assault charges for tearing into vagine, biting shit and whatever whatever he allegedly got up to.
Yeah.
I would rather the world think that I was shit in bed than get sent up to the pen and have my asshole.
Where someone could prove it.
Where my asshole gets absolutely fucking destroyed to the point where I can't do anything else but just shit in bed. So that's the end this week in rapies. One article through
the lesson out of it is for Jared Hayne. Don't take 47 pingers and then go down on a girl. You got that fucking crank jaw.
Yes, exactly. Because look, we've all been there.
You know what? That's not like I nearly had a car accident today.
I'm not saying we've all.
My loved one's got a very serious illness. We've all been there.
Yeah, I'm not saying that we've all gone down on someone whilst after 47 pingers, but I mean, look, all I'm saying is we've all been to the big day out when it was on, and we've all got closer to the front gate, and we've seen the fucking police dogs there. All I'm saying is. We've had to take them then and there and chew our faces off for the next 6 hours. the former South Bank Park, Southport Parklands, whatever they're called, which is now like fucking completely developed. Pretty much, I think I drove down last time I was down Smith Street.
Yeah, it's the uni precinct.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I mean, it kind of was like it was adjacent to the uni precinct back then, but now it's like fully taken. Yeah. And sad.
Which is fucking great.
Once again, we are so old. Another story I just saw and I've just fucking lost it. Here we go. V'landys, he's come out again. He's come out and obviously there's been a bit of contract related fuckery and whinging, mostly coming from the Balmain region, and Flanders said it's the right time to stamp out players breaking NRL contracts to chase bigger paychecks. So, at a meeting of the ARLC on Wednesday, he discussed changes that would forbid a player walking out on a contract to earn more money elsewhere. And what he's saying there is that they're negotiating with the RLPA. It's a concern they have. The fans are very much aggravated about it. Honestly, it's just the West Tigers fans predominantly. So, I'm kind of a little bit, not in my backyard. But what they want to try and do, as I scroll down, my understanding of it is that they want to do something where if you do leave to another club short of your contract expiring, then you can't earn more than you were going to get that year with the and I think we've actually floated something like that earlier this year, didn't we? Yeah,
exactly.
So
it would
thank you for listening, Peter.
Simple. Yeah, it'd be so fucking
great
simple
job this season, mate.
For the NRL to put that they simply will not register new contracts.
Yep.
That are for a higher value than the contract already in the system.
Yeah.
And there would obviously be ways around that. There would be capacity, I assume, for if both a club and a player agree.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could look at the circumstances there, but it would have to be that not that they agree to the termination of the current contract, but to relaxation of that rule. Because then that also helps people like poor old Canberra, who seem to have a proliferation of, fuckhead players.
Well, did anyway. Yeah.
So no, I'd absolutely welcome that rule.
Yeah. So I mean, like, once again, anything that has any grey area, I mean, the fuckery always finds a way to be found. But yeah. We kind of spoke about Naden on the Membisode one the other day. So I don't think we need to go back through there just yet. I don't think there's been any developments.
Yes, Strive Player Agency. I could see a few of your counterparts bending the rules. And let's be frank, all it does... look, depends on how long they got left. Generally, players have got 1 year left.
Yeah.
So all that does is...
when that happens, it's very often a player... It's very rare when a player would... Like, I don't know if they... like, it has to be kind of the Titans, I guess. Like, signs a 5-year deal.
Yeah.
And
again, that's an interesting point to make. So if you've got a year left on your contract, how do the NRL police if you are earning more? Is it only in that final year? How easy is that then to say, like, okay, well, we're still going to pay you $6 million over this,
and we'll give you X and Y in years 2 and 3. We're going to give you this much.
Back end it. Yeah, it does then lead to clubs back ending stuff, which always ends well.
And there's nothing really. There's nothing really atypical with that. I mean, players do, they do deals are structured all the time to fit with the expansions and contractions of the cap space available to clubs based on other players they have and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, well, there you go. We've already we've worked out how that system's fucked, and so Pete, just don't do it, mate. It's not going to work.
That's it.
Des Hasler got fucking 2 premierships for that. I mean, it didn't work quite so well for the doggies, but he got 2. I mean, let's face it, there were 4 grand finals and 2 premierships from not the entirely Hasler years, but the years that were affected by him. So, it's hard to argue with the success.
It's funny. I was listening to an episode of Freakonomics podcast today. Highly recommend if anyone's interested in that sort of thing.
They're very smart guys.
And they did a whole show on the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
So
I'm not really that familiar with any the
they're a gridiron team.
I know about the 49ers, but what specifically?
San Francisco.
What specifically did they like? What aspect were they talking about? Like
one of
player money, or
one of their players?
He's a racist. Shout out Bosa.
No, this was back in the Copernic days.
Oh, okay.
Kaepernick
days.
Okay.
So we're going back like sort of 5 years now, at this point.
No, 17, 18.
He hasn't... what year is it now? It's 20 now.
It was 18 that he did his knee thing.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah. And I only know that because I listened to it literally a couple of hours ago. I'm not a subject matter expert. But it was very interesting. It wasn't about the 49ers per se, although the bulk of it was, but part I was looking at is results have no bearing in that league.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like the NRL, but their salary cap, they have a minimum and a maximum. So they get, no matter where you finish, you get 250 million from the NFL.
TWiLLY, yeah.
You get 250 mil. Your caps out at 180 something, or it did back then.
Yeah.
And you must spend a minimum of 160 something.
Yeah.
It was just very interesting, just in the economies of it, economies of scale in terms of what they can afford and what they then do.
Yeah.
But it's impossible to lose money. Basically, they came to the conclusion that if you own an NFL franchise, you would have to try incredibly hard and literally have, burn money day.
Yeah.
Where you handed 100 to every fan that entered the arena and got them to set it on fire.
Yeah.
To lose money at the end of the year.
Yeah. And that's basically that's a modern eventuality, like the NBA. Like, remember when Mark Cuban bought the Mavs?
Yeah.
He bought them for fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
Yeah.
And now they're worth
everything.
I mean, and let's face it, he was a wealthy man.
Yeah.
He was one of those guys that cashed out in the bubble.
Yeah.
But man, it's crazy. And then when all these competitions, they all just hit a certain revenue and exposure point, then now it's just like too big to fail. Like it's just not possible. Ho 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 is coming up to Christmas time, and one thing that hoes don't like is hairy fucking bush ball bags.
No.
If you're a yam bag,
if you're a hoe, you don't care. But let's be frank, whose New Year's resolution was, I want to fuck a hoe?
Yeah, that's true.
You want to get away from the hoes.
It's true.
You need the antidote.
You want to upclass your hoe situation.
Exactly. So
basically, a hairy yam bag is not going to do.
No.
But we've got the solution.
It's a home magnet.
And it's not just a magnet, it's also a toolkit to take you wherever you want to take it.
That's it. What you need is a hoe deterrent. And nothing deters the hoes like the surest sign that a man has self-respect, discipline, wonderful personal hygiene regime, and that is a fucking real dad's head smooth ball bag.
Exactly.
And the only way to get one?
And we got the medicine. Manscaped. Manscaped.com. Great supporters of this show. The best in men's below and above the waist grooming. And they have got all of the goods you need to ensure that you're taking care of your balls and your nose hairs and your ears hairs and fucking everything in between.
Yeah.
With the fantastic Lawnmower 3.0. That would be my favorite device that we've had from Manscaped this year, and that we've read for the guys. It's fucking amazing. You're not going to, we've gone into situations where we're talking about fucking, people like chewing up their balls with a fucking razor, or nicking it or whatever with a, trying to use a razor that's not actually custom designed for the job at hand.
Go back and listen to previous ads. I've got one where I was nearly in a fucking manslaughter situation and had to have toxicology reports done after that hair removal cream went down someone's throat.
Exactly. And now it's Christmas time coming up. You've still got time to get the greatest gift for the man in your life, or the man in someone else's life, the someone that you pity because they've got to deal with this hairy fucking ball bag. The Manscaped Performance Package, the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. It comes with the Lawnmower 3.0. You get the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer as well.
They are the goods.
And the thing is, it's not just, those devices are great, and they are obviously the bread and butter of the Manscaped product line. But personally, I like all the little touches that you get with your package as well. I mean, you get the Shed, which is like a quality fucking toiletries bag, which is now like my go-to toiletries bag for when I'm traveling. Okay. Yep. You get the boxer shorts are comfortable as fuck.
Yeah, they're great.
They're comfortable. They're awesome. And the crop preserver ball deodorant.
Yep.
The ball toner, the crop reviver.
Yep.
Look, I'll be honest. I don't exactly know which one of those is meant to do, but you throw it on and your shit feels lovely.
Yeah.
And I mean, isn't that what it's all about?
Exactly. Exactly.
And the wipes. I mean, the wipes are the shit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, when you get in a situation where there's like a quick cleanup required,
Yep.
after you've been with a lady friend, fucking tremendous.
Well, there was that photo I sent you in our group chat where little stepdad basically looked like a bystander in a Freddy Krueger movie.
Yes.
So, those wipes came in real handy. What I'm also now concerned about is how easily potential murders can be cleaned up, because that got that shit out of there with no trace.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yep. It's just a wonderful package. Great for a present, because the products are great, but the presentation of the packaging and everything, they're just custom made for like, a gift.
And it's classy as fuck.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what it's for, but it's presented in a way where somebody could open it in polite, mixed company, look you in the eye and say, "Thank you, motherfucker, I appreciate you."
Yeah.
Without flushes of embarrassment with a giant sign saying, "Trim your balls, fucking Harry and the Hendersons."
But then you'd have old Nana in the corner in the rocking chair, and she'd be like, "What does your balls will thank you mean?" Piss off, Nana.
Hey, Nan, you remember the Depression? Yes. We all had to shave our gashes to try and stuff it into our socks for heating.
Oh, fucking hell.
Where do you think the phrase "come dancing, cunt toes" came from?
Manscaped.com. For 20% off and free shipping, use the code TWILNATION, all capitals, at manscaped.com to get the ultimate Christmas present to treat yourself or someone who you love.
Stepdad approved.
Okay, here we go. The first award, which is, I'm going to open up this way and I'll look at the title first before I actually spoil the results for myself. Initially, we're going through the team of the year. First position up is fullback, and your winner with 56.3% of the votes.
Ooh.
Ryan Pappenhausen.
There you go. Well deserved.
A very comprehensive victory. Second place being Teddy with 27.17%.
Interesting.
And we got a call. We got hammers with the Brimson robbed. Yes, because Brimson should have got Brimson should have got he's talking. He doesn't know what he's fucking talking about. He's talking about AJ Brimstone, and he's saying, he's saying that guy that played like 6 games should be the fullback of the year, versus the guy that won the premiership and was fucking amazing. And also,
lovely. For the Twilly Awards, for the winger of the year, number 1 with 59.8% of the votes.
Solid.
Fox. Josh Adokar.
Well done.
That's it.
So he took nearly 60% himself. Yeah. So that means that the second guy is not really that worthy.
Second, with 12.6%.
Jesus Christ.
Was BMOS.
Well, I'm proud of the nation, and I'll tell you why I'm proud of the nation. I'm pretty sure that I was forced through peer group pressure and the will of the people to put fucking Noffa on that ballot.
Yep.
But he couldn't get it done.
Not even fucking close.
Beautiful.
Yes.
May you enlighten me briefly on where he finished on a scale of 1 to 6 on the finishing?
1, 2, 3. Fourth
in a 6-horse race.
That's it.
There's I guess he deserved. I mean, and then he'll be on Twitter tomorrow. I deserve to finish top 2 with the Twillies.
Fourth by 1 vote.
So he would have been second last otherwise. Wow. I've always said, Twill Nation, smart group of people, they get to the right result.
That's it.
Category 3. I'm going to say it's going to be the centres.
Centre.
It's going to be our centres of the year. For some reason, I'm always getting these upside down. Team of the Year centre, comprehensive winner for the first slot. And funny, Bethany in the chat says, Vooney jumped right over Stephen Crichton in the grand final. Well, unfortunately for you, Bethany, the first centre picked in our Team of the Year with 34.6% of the vote is Stephen Crichton.
Fuck yes. Well done.
And second, it's a fucking razor-thin margin here, fellas. We had 3 players vying for the second slot in the team, separated by a total of 0.79 of a percentage point. So I'm going to take it from the bottom one up. Justin Olam had just under 17% of the vote. Katoni Staggs had just over 17% of the vote. And the winner and second centre in our side was Zach Lomax with 18%.
And not undeservedly so. Not undeservedly so.
And I mean, we're talking about jumping over people. I mean, like, he actually had some fucking comment. I mean, in a team that did nothing, he did stuff.
That's it.
And I mean, honestly, where's BJ at? BJ, he's probably having a fucking sook with his brother.
And Team of the Year, 5/8.
This is going to be fucking 60 to 70% margin, in my opinion.
No, 53.54 in first place. Cameron Munster.
Okay, the result I expected.
That's it.
Not as landslide. So, okay, so who comes second?
Second was Jack Whiten. You fucking lunatics.
Well, I mean, he did win the Dally M. I mean, I can understand why people would be swayed that direction.
The whole best player in a shit team.
He had a great season. I mean, I guess you wanted Luai to win or come second.
Look, I honestly thought, just as far as the number 6 went, I thought Cody Walker had a better season.
Yep.
But
But it's all academic because I mean, any other result other than Munster winning was probably
correct.
bullshit.
Exactly.
And the thing is with these Twillies, we've also had for fuck's sake, we get someone here saying that if Milford wasn't injured, he wins that category. Settle the fuck down. Munster is also kind of advantaged in the vote this year in that the Origin was like the stuff that happened directly before the voting. Normally it's buried in the middle of the season and Origin deeds don't really play too much. Hey Kurt, how you going, buddy? It's good to see you. And old friend Kurt, love him like a brother. And I'll tell you, to this day...
He doesn't get on social media much anymore since there aren't any fucking lowest common denominator pop cunt Marvel movies to watch and jack off about.
The next whatever phase it is, phase 4 or 5, it'll be starting soon enough. But I'll tell you...
I just find that the Captain America character resonates so hard with me because I love America and shields. Growing up, I always knew who all of these characters were right throughout my childhood. They aren't completely new to me. Not at all.
I'll tell you, Kurt he had the opportunity. He had a better opportunity than most people in history to fucking molest me when I was in no state to defend myself, and he took the high road and didn't do it. And I tell you, I was so fucking. This is after the 2013 grand final. Me and another friend went to the players and friends and family after party down at Diggers. And myself and another friend that used to work at the club, we were drinking till 6 a.m. And like Kurt and my brother and I were sharing a hotel room. So they were back at the hotel whenever they were. And me and the other mate, we pulled the pin at 6 when they shut the party down. And so we somehow got back from there to the hotel. And I remember I'm like, oh, fuck, okay, they're sleeping in these beds and everything like that. I'll walk in there at 6:30 and so I'm like, fuck, where can I sleep? Oh, there's like a fucking lounge out on the veranda. So I just go out on the veranda at the Novotel Manly Pacific and I just go to sleep there. However, at 9 a.m. I woke up and I was in a bed all tucked in nicely and everything was fucking great. I've got no idea how it happened. No fucking idea how it happened. But I think... I would like to think that Kurt was somehow responsible. I mean, I'm sure he can tell the story and solve the mystery because I've had very few sort of blackouty situations where I just don't know what happened in my life. But yes. Number 5, we're up to the halfback. Team of the Year halfback. this is obviously going to be a large margin victory, and it is, with 60% of the vote, just a touch over 60% of the vote. Nathan Cleary.
Hashtag Yeary of Cleary.
He said... okay, so that means we've
Hang
got...
on. I just need to call out something.
Yeah.
This is that part where it happens every year. Cruzy thinks that it's fucking hilarious to say, insert has been overrated ex-Bronco player here, and then the word robbed.
Hammers is in there with Titan player in corresponding position has been robbed.
Robbed. So just keep your eyes out, folks, because it's a fucking laugh riot. No matter what's going on here, that chat box is the most amusing thing you'll see.
I put it right up there. I put it right up there with like Matty McCarthy. Like every time there's a nomination for a category for the Twillies, when we put it into the Facebook group just to say like help us make our shortlist, and he'll say like Scott Minto for everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
which
is a fucking insult to the memory of Scott Minto.
Exactly.
Keep his name out your mouth.
Oh, I mean, considering the shit that the time he spent in Egypt and all that, according to Wikipedia, I mean that stuff is just that's epic. So 60%, just over 60% of the vote for Cleary. In second place, way down, DCE. Nice one, buddy. Okay, he still came second, and third place Jerome Hughes, and then we got a bit of shrapnel in there where the last place getter from the 6 that we had on the ballot with 4% was Mitchell Moses.
There you go. The lock of the year. The lock of the year. This one was a lock. From the minute he was on the ballot, it was a fucking lock. With 40.55% of the vote. Most underrated man in rugby league.
Oh, he's back. He's rated now.
Towering over second place, Jason Tomalolo with 27.56% of the vote.
That's amazing. Taumalolo dethroned. Who would have thought?
That's it.
Also recency bias too, I would imagine. Yeah, Cruzy's going to say, but if take Corey Parker now, or Tony Carroll, imagine. Lolo robbed.
Should have voted.
Exactly. Should have voted. No rhino. Shut up. Democracy doesn't work. It really doesn't at times, does it? Number 7, the team of the year. It's our second rowers. Let's pick 2 of these boys. Oh, and they almost finished exactly. Holy shit, that's close. So the first one by less than 1 percentage point. Dick's out for kick owl.
Hey.
First one in by just under a percent lead, 28 points, shrapnel percent, and with the high 27%, Angus Crichton.
Yep.
Is our other second rower.
Yep.
Tohu Harris put in a notable effort.
Yes.
And down the bottom doing 2/5 of fuck all was Ryan Madison with under 6%.
Nice. The props for team of the year. Again, fucking landslide.
Really?
Landslide. With, in first place, 58.27% of the vote.
Well, that's not bad. Yeah.
Josh Papali.
Fair.
And fucking deserved.
Fair.
Absolute
Yep.
monster of a season.
Look there. Ben Dunn says Matt Pryor, Cruzy, Webke. I swear to God, how do you ban people in this chat?
The worst thing is, though, these cunts lack that much self-awareness that even after I've called out their absolute pathetic shit country, don't get that I'm not serious in that it's great.
I just think they don't care. I think they feel like that they've legitimately got under your skin.
No, X Factor gets under my skin. That's just sad.
Okay.
In second place, again, deservedly, monster of a season, James Fisher-Harris. Good. Yeah, 18.11%.
Excellent. I'll tell you what, this is shaping up to be quite a formidable side. Next category. I presume we're talking about the hooker. We are. I'm predicting a landslide in this one. What about you? Oh, not so much. 3-horse race. Clear winner.
Yep.
With the second and third place getters very close to each other.
Yep.
And your winner, the hooker for our team of the year, Hazza.
Yes.
Harry Grant. 45% of the vote and change.
Well done.
He's fucking John Plath. This cunt's relentless. In second place, Just. Appy.
Yep.
And about 1.5% behind that, Captain Cuntox himself, Cameron Smith.
I'll take that as an outright victory for Appy, simply because Harry Grant gained the whole only decent player in a shit team.
Yeah, but we're not the Dally M's. It's not actually like we're not. There's no way for a shit player in a good player in a shit team to grab all of the votes up.
And team of the year, Interchange.
This is going to be a fucking landslide. I know because I remember who was on the ballot. I can see the shadow of the graph, and I bet you I know who it is.
Bet you don't.
Really?
The winner is Moses Leota.
Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah, I was going to say. I was going to say it had to be Brandon Smith. So what was the percentage on that one? Sorry,
58.
58. Who came second?
Tino.
Tino, fair enough.
Tino was second with a commanding 28.3.
So a fucking Storm picked up a few.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean, like, but you know what? I don't even care if the Storm are, mostly the spine of this team because they are, but Cameron Smith isn't one of them.
Exactly.
He's nowhere to be found. Ben Walker, where are you at? Ben Walker, great Manly player. Wasn't he? He was the NRL highest point scorer of the year in the early 2000s when he was playing at Manly. Next, should have been Cheese 1-2. All right, next up, it's the Player of the Year, and the Player of the Year with 37% of the vote. Pretty good spread here.
Yep.
Nathan Cleary.
There we are. Yeary of hashtag. It can't be stopped. Can't be stopped.
If only we didn't have a hashtag of the year thing to really see if that would work later on.
Yeah, but it doesn't say Yeary of hashtag Yeary of Cleary. It just says Yeary of Cleary. So as long as he's winning, it's hashtag of the year.
Right. The other placings here. In second place, Teddy, and in third place, very narrowly, was it 0.39?
Yes.
Captain Cuntox.
Yes.
Tulson Tollett. Jesus Christ. Now you're dragging one out of the abyss of the past.
Captain of the year. Only a 3-horse race with Cameron Smith, RTS, and Boyd Cordner.
They better have done the right thing here.
And they have, with 55.91% of the vote, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for captaining the Warriors team to some fucking magnificent victories.
Just honestly, just an inspirational season given what they were facing. So yeah. I'm glad that
100% okay.
I'm glad that the voters did the right thing there. I mean, the Warriors didn't really give the voters anything to work with in most categories, but I'm glad when they had the chance they did the right thing.
Yes,
legends.
That's it.
Next,
who's Ned Kelly?
It's Ned who in the Digi member who recently sent us the Digi members about his misadventures with with Tinder and nice. Picking up roots and stuff. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Warriors fan.
Speaking of Warriors, where's Levius? He moves back to the Gold Coast. All of a sudden, you don't come out at night anymore.
Yeah, or maybe he got some of that ice.
That motherfucker
got some of that ice in him.
I even got him. I was going to get him to personal train me. Now that I'm spending some time down the coast.
Yeah.
Motherfucker doesn't return phone calls.
All right, next up. This is going to be the most foregone conclusion of the year. I think this will be the most dominant result. The Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
And the winner, with 83.8% of the vote, Harry Grant. Is it even worth talking about the minor placings when someone's grabbed 83%, almost 84% of the vote?
Is that a record? It's got to be close to a record.
It's got to be close. I can
Yeah.
actually. I'll go back through the data. That has to be one of the largest margins we've ever had. It's in second place, back with 10.6% with Stephen Crichton.
Yep.
And then in very minor places, we had Toby Rudolph and Eliasa Katoa. This baby goat shit. That's not going to get old at all.
How has nobody realised that Cruzy said not to swear because his kid's in the car and he's driving, but he's still typing in the fucking YouTube chat?
Yeah, that kid will die with pristine virgin ears after I fucking pull us into a tree. All right, what's next?
Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year. And the winner. Very, very close race. 32%. Craig Bellamy. And I think that's well deserved. He had some personnel challenges.
Yes.
And
they were relocated for almost the entire year as well. I mean, not on the same sort of scale of significance.
yeah, but theirs was a plus.
Yeah.
As well, so was the Warriors, because anywhere's better than that fucking cunt hole New Zealand.
Yeah, fair enough.
But just in the same way that anywhere is better than that cunt hole Melbourne.
Yep. It's
so,
true.
Much of a muchness.
What does that say with the MJR Dog says message retracted? What are you scared of, you coward?
Oh no.
What's he done there? What's he done there? Paul Max says, Cheese, Grant, Munster, Pappenhausen, are the Storm actually likeable? I don't feel like the Storm are likeable yet. However, all of those players you listed, very likeable. And you know what? Once Captain Cunthawks has passed on into the forever beyond in the fucking Gold Coast hinterland, I think the Storm are going to be a lot more likeable.
Yeah,
because there's not going to be any of that sour cunt in the field. There's not going to be any more of that sour cunt in the press conferences.
Yep.
It's going to be just the lads. It's going to be the fucking boys, like Cheese and Munster.
Yep.
Super likeable.
That's it. And look, just to explain something, Bethany's just said the Storm has always been likeable if you haven't been infected by New South Wales media brainworms. Just as, I think it's deplorable to be a dirty, filthy state trader.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing worse than that is being a team trader and turning your back on your original team.
True.
Especially to go for the Storm.
Yes.
So just every comment is now dusted with that Salt Bay, bitch.
Next. The Grub of the Year.
Grub of the Year.
This will be interesting. I can't even remember who was on the ballot. So let's check it. Oh, a close race too between the first and second. Oh, here we go. He's got one. He's finally got one. He's been nominated a few times. He's finally got himself one with 29.9% of the vote. Captain Cunthawks himself,
yes.
Cameron Smith, is the 2020 Grub of the Year. Second place, Sam Burgess, narrowly. And then we have to go back another 10% to the likes of Dylan Walkers and Nathan Browns. And Jai Arrow, despite being, make no mistake about it,
recency bias, cunt.
With recency bias, only got him 8% though.
Yeah, that's it. Hit of the year. Went out with, now just to, see, I'm disappointed in this. Chad Townsend on Kalen Ponga didn't win. Now, anyone who felt disgust for voting for Chad Townsend, that should have been trumped by the hit being
by the delight
Kalen Ponga and high and late.
Look, I mean, I know it doesn't count. I know it doesn't it doesn't result in votes.
No,
directly.
No,
but I came.
But the winner with 41% was Mika Sivo, when he absolutely steamrolled and murdered James Tedesco all the way back in round 6.
That was it, yeah.
Was that the first round? No, it wasn't the first round.
No, first round. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great.
Fantastic hit.
Do we have any minor placings? Any? What was the percentage on that one again?
29.
Okay.
Sorry, that was 41.
41.
So 29% was Chad Townsend on Kalen Ponga.
At least he polled.
That's it.
Next category is the hashtag NRL Chaos Finish of the Year. Now, just to refresh memories, and actually they're kind of truncated. No, there they are. So we had the contenders were Manly versus Eel round 10, which was basically where Brad Parker murdered Mike Sivo to save the game for Manly. Dragons versus Bulldogs round 10, which I believe was the result where the Bulldogs were winning easily.
Yes.
And it got chipped away and ultimately resulted in Smooth Corey scoring a try off a charge down or something to win the game. Round 20, Broncos versus Cowboys. Obviously, the Broncos shot out to a big lead there, and then, as we all remember, Dean Jones died, and it turned the game on its head, and the Cowboys came home strong to win. And finally, the Storm versus Roosters in round 8. Your winner with 36% of the vote, Storm versus Roosters in round 8, defeating the Broncos Cowboys round 20 with 26% of the vote.
There you go. There you go. Well, we've moved on. The pink highlighter section. The Real Dad Memorial Award for the player who only shows up once per season.
I had some, just as an aside, I had someone, when I put the link out the other day, just, last chance to vote sort of thing on Twitter, someone said, how is Corey Norman possibly on that ballot? I mean, he didn't show up at all. I said he didn't show up once. I'll give you two. Once, that game where he scored to beat the Bulldogs, and the second time was the kicks in general play he did to put the Broncos in the in goal which has contributed to the wooden spoon.
100%.
So
yep.
Put some respect on his name. I mean, like when I say respect, I mean I'm talking like a speck of respect on his name, but yeah, just a little bit.
But the winner, through no fault of his own, was effort face Tommy Turbo Vratadovic with 53.54% of the vote.
And it's just a testament to his quality as a player that after playing about 3 games all season, he can still win a TWiLLY. That's why he's been getting paid the big bucks. Next up.
Just a serious one on that. If he does himself again before round 6,
yes,
what do you then feel about the remainder of his contract? Is that...
Depends on what it is. Like, for example, if
ACL,
it's...
season ender.
No. Well, I mean, ACL's nothing's ever happened to him before, so that would just be fucking terrible luck.
Or hammy again.
No, but if he did the same hamstring or something like that, then I'd feel a certain way. But I mean, but if he did something like it was some, like if it was like an ACL or something that's never happened, then I mean that's just fucking bad luck. I mean that's just one of the prices you pay, with Brookvale as your home ground.
Yep.
But no, he'll be okay. They're seeing experts, world experts, on sorting out his running and whatever it is to try and get it all right, which is good. I'm glad they're actually seeking external support, because the absolute fucking butcher that is the head physio of that club that I will not name is primarily the number one suspect I have for why they had terrible fucking injuries this year. So not just in terms of rehab, but in terms of the timeline for bringing them back and et cetera, et cetera. Next. The decline of the year. The nominees for this category were Anthony Seibold, Brisbane Broncos, West Tigers, and the Parramatta Eels. Look, I'd be happy with any of these, but the winner, with a dominant 64.5% of the vote, the Brisbane Broncos.
Yes. Daylight
until the second one, which was Anthony Seibold, which is also kind of the Broncos. The combined total, about 85% for the Broncos on that one.
Although I do feel that, they were opposite sides of the coin. Hashtag of the year.
I love that you have to do. What is it? How many were there? Was there 2-horse race? Or was it 3, 4?
So there was Tigers of Decline, Leary of Cleary, Fuck the Broncos, and Century of DCE.
Okay.
So in commanding with 69.69%.
Nice.
fuck the Broncos.
Wow, that I thought a 2-horse race would yield a neck and neck sort of thing because I mean we've gained a lot of listeners and given voice to a lot of Penrith supporting listeners. You know what I mean?
We have. However,
you've also aggravated.
It appears
clearly
hatred is very strong.
Look. I mean, I'm no mathematician, but it seems to be that approximately 70% of the listenership hate you cunts because of the actions of basically two people in perpetuating that hashtag.
Oh, no. They hate us because they ain't us.
They hate you because you ain't us. What was second?
Second was Yuri.
Yeah, okay. What was the percentage on that one?
21.65.
That's quite dominant.
And what I'm most happy about is Century of DCE with the lowest mark in Twilly's history of 1.57%. You fucking long-necked cunt.
Next year, you got to lose one to win one. And I guess it's got a license to be used for 100 years. we'll be in our cold fucking graves. Next up, we've got the TWiL This Week in League episode of the year, and like I swear, I'm like a goldfish on this shit.
Even reading the episode names, I got
no idea. No. So look, anyone who voted for this category that has an appreciation for what that episode was actually about, kudos to you. I mean, yeah, I could have gone back and devoted 15 hours of my time to listen to those 5 episodes to get a feel for which one I thought was the best. But the winner, with 37% of the vote, episode 374, probably recency bias, Skin-Coloured Cardigan was the title. Second place went back to 346, I guess, which is closer to the start of the season. And that was our Careless Whispers, episode 346.
Yep.
And everyone's just saying they threw a dart at that one.
Yeah.
You know what? Perhaps we need to find a more fucking scientific way to determine the episode of the year. I could just award it based on sheer number of downloads, but I don't think that's...
No, it's not.
You know, that's not a quality metric, you know? Yeah. So not sure. All right, what's next?
Category 22. The TWiL Nation 2019 Rookie of the Year.
Absolute bloodbath, I'm sure.
No.
Really?
No. So, 3-horse race in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron, Phil, and Dean. So, in a very, very solid third place, Dean with 17.32% of the vote.
Amazing, because he pretty much self-nominated himself.
With 40.69% of the vote. Phil in second place.
Wow.
Which means for any of you quick maths people out there, with 41.99% of the vote. Cameron, congratulations.
Look, he deserved, because he's a Broncos fan. And he has had to fucking eat it this year.
He has.
He has had to fucking eat it, and he's taken it all in good humor.
Yep. And
which I like. He didn't rage quit from listening or from the social media or anything like that.
Correct.
So and then Phil's in the chat, robbed. Well, you still accumulate a large chunk of the vote.
Yeah.
I feel like we do need to for episode. And for rookie and MVC, I think we need to get more scientific. I don't know if there's if you and I just have to be more proactive, and each week with mailbag or something, we just sort of go, well, that's a vote for that one. You know, that person is that's the best comment we've seen this week, and just put them to the side. You know, and then just and then
you get the heroes you deserve.
Yeah, fair enough. These cunts in the chat are having a great old time. All right. Next up, the Sharkman 05 Memorial Gronk of the Year Award.
Did Hammers nominate the chef at the fucking brewery?
We should have nominated fucking Hammers.
Cunts that eat raw pizza.
Nigel Oxford is the first contender, who obviously is trying to push the Easts as the working man heroes, the team of the people line. Second contestant, Chris Bailey, originator of the hashtag Yeary of Cleary, and deserves to be the fucking Gronk of all time. And the other contender is the perennial fucking resident Gronk we have, Super Grover, who's in the chat right now. And your winner, with 57% of the vote, over a second place getter with 36% of the vote, Super Grover.
Oh, Gronk of the Year again.
Dave takes the Gronk of the Year. How many is that? He's taken. I mean, it's got to be at least 2, 3 more.
Enough that if he had a wife, we'd buy her a diamond ring.
All right, what's next? Yet another Storm victory. Yeah, look, I can't argue it. It is.
So, the TWiL MVC, most valuable contributor, 2020.
This is a big one.
This is a huge one. Now, this one was fairly dominant as well. Putting in a strong position, a strong performance, I should say, after a joint win last year, was Aaron Marr.
Yep.
With 21.37.
And consistently probably going to be on the ballot.
And also,
year in, year out.
I would also suggest, hasn't won every year previously because his humour is too intellectual for a lot of you dumb cunts.
Yes.
But this one gives me great pleasure and probably the favourite TWiLLY that I've ever read out. The winner of the TWiL most valuable contributor, the inventor of the hashtag Yeary of Cleary.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
Chris Bailey with 45.97% of it. Well done, you fucking beautiful bastard. Hashtag Yeary.
Minor placings. Well, what came second? Who came second?
Aaron Marr.
Oh, Aaron came second. Yeah. And so those other ones, like just looking, I can see through the paper. They're very minor. The other two.
Then it was Sam Warden with 14.5, on top of Super Grover at 14.1, and Terry bringing up the rear. Terry Bull.
And honestly, we're such a Gronk fluid community when you can have the same people nominated on both sides of the coin. Next.
Recount for your recount.
We'll recount for your Gronk of the Year, bitch. How's that? Okay, next. The final category for the Twillies this year. Well, we got one more, an honorary one that's going to happen next. But the revelation of the 2020 NRL season. And your winner with exactly 50% of the vote.
The new antibiotics my doctor gave me.
They weren't nominated, but I feel like they may have been MVC. certainly for you. Your life in general. Next is and Michael says this is easily the best season from the TWiL lads, but the cherry on top is no Grover MVC.
Chris Bailey, eat that at Glenn Blakely.
And the funny thing is, that Yeary of Cleary shit was such a punish. But the feud between him and Real Dad that's been going on the last week and then escalated into like a meme war like today, fucking just tremendous. Oh. Like honest, it's almost like he's retrospectively earned the award that he's been voted to receive. So
it's almost like some.
So anyway, the revelation of I got sidetracked halfway through the
the hardest working drug since Joey Clark.
The revelation of the 2020 NRL season with 50% even of the vote, beating the 6 again rule, which had 18.9% of the vote.
Ooh.
So with 50% of the vote, the winner of the 2020 NRL season, Peter V'landys.
How good. How good.
There you go. Peter V'landys.
Well done.
The biggest win he's had all season.
Now,
I mean, you can talk about the trifling shit like saving rugby league.
I think running directly at the AFL.
I feel like that's the start. I feel that they were the things I like to do because I don't agree with everything he's done from necessarily an administrative standpoint. He's quite reactionary the way he'll quickly fold a rule in just by sort of putting his finger in his mouth and seeing which way the wind's blowing. Go, oh fuck, I've got to do something about that immediately, and not putting a lot of.
You know what, though? I get how that can be frustrating for people who have a more measured approach to the game, such as yourself. But we said it at the beginning of the year. Because of the fuck around of this season, try shit.
Yeah.
If there was ever a season to try shit, this was it. Even going so far as to games with no finals impact.
Yeah, trying some rules for that week alone. Yeah.
You know? So that takes some fucking balls.
Yep.
Because there would have been pushback. Within any business, any organisation, the loudest voices are always, well, no, we've always done it this way.
Yep.
This is just the way we do it.
Yep.
So for him to push through that alone, I think was worth it.
Tremendous. So there's one more. We had an award suggested to us this year as a new award, which was basically like a Honour Your Bets award. And I didn't put this bet on the ballot for vote because honestly, I'm just inclined to fucking award it outright. Because for me, there was only one head and shoulders above everything else. Joint winners of the 2020 Honour Your Bets category. Giannis and Levius.
Oh, fuck yeah.
For honouring...
Look, I don't even think it needs to be an honour your bet thing. I think it's just people with general personal integrity that do what they say they're going to do and are actual decent fucking human beings. So we know that both of them are, and they don't need awards to do it.
I mean, like... Giannis made it for people who don't know. He made an Avi bet with Levius on the result of a game,
which happens a million times every
week.
And
and for people who don't know what that is, it's you're on like Twitter or whatever social media, and if your team loses the game,
plays Penrith.
Yep, and if I lose, you get to select my display picture or my avatar on that for the next week until the next game.
Yes,
and vice versa. Fuck. Giannis, Dragons fan, playing the Warriors at Levius's team. Warriors won, and the display picture he gave him to use was basically a photograph of the whole George Floyd situation with the Dragons logo on George Floyd's head and the Warriors logo on the cop's head. Putting that in
3 days after he...
literally when that shit was blowing up. And I mean, like, it was like the absolute worst thing to like Avatar bet to give. But
took his fucking medicine.
He fucking just he climbed up over that trench and just took the march towards the opposite.
That should just be. It should be the Mary Poppins Award for people that just take their fucking medicine.
Oh, absolutely. Because look, I second that motion. That's what we're going to call it going forward. And I swear that he actually got that. I mean, his account was deleted immediately. He got his perma-banned on his Twitter account for that. Like, but you know, faced with all of that, faced with making a display picture for yourself that was like, massively distasteful, massively insensitive, then getting your account perma-banned, fucking outstanding commitment to honouring your bets.
Yes.
And so that's all I've seen.
What a way to lose a Twitter account. It's not like he was arguing with some fuckhead who's probably a flat earther.
Yes.
About the world getting hotter.
Yes.
So, well done.
So there we go. So that is the Twillies for this year. And I guess that brings us to full time for the episode, right?
It does.
Full time for the fucking season.
Full time for the season.
It's been a strange old year, 2020.
And to get serious for a minute, if I look back over this season, the thing that I am happiest about and proudest of is that for a little while for some, for a long while for others, shit got pretty dark this year.
Yes.
And life is tough in the best of times.
Mm-hmm.
There are fucking challenges with our families or our work or personal lives or ourselves or inner demons or ghosts from the past, whatever it may be for you. But this year had an added level of fuckery, be it with, losing work or supporting loved ones or, being from Melbourne just in general, because that makes you a shit cunt.
Mm-hmm.
But
being denied the ability to of your God-given right to eat a succulent bat meal.
Yes.
If that's what you're into.
That's it. There was a Rosie Batty joke in there somewhere, but I left that alone.
There really wasn't.
I can make them at any time.
I mean, I was just strictly talking about coronavirus.
I was going to say, in her experience, bat-induced meals are eaten with a straw. But the way that when stuff was bad, that the nation got around each other.
Yes.
And there were some fucking bad stories, hey?
Yeah.
And when we put it out there, that if you were doing it tough, that we were going to have some giveaway memberships.
People just jumped in.
People jumped in. The amount of people that fucking donated.
Mm-hmm.
And even people that said, just generally, that had a hard time or lost their job or were fucking stuck overseas in quarantine and couldn't get back here.
Yep.
You know, even then they were like, nah, surely I can't be it. There's someone worse off than me.
Yes.
You know, so just a year off from usual activity just showed what an absolute fucking great bunch of human beings you all are, and really reminded me again that you guys give back to us far more than we give to you. So we love each and every one of you. Fuck 2020. And bring on 2021, hashtag Year of Cleary.
And whilst it won't be the hashtag Year of Cleary next year, what it will be in fucking May, the NRL, once again, St. Volandis, he's fucking done it again. Magic round back on. And he has sandwiched, and he has removed it from the Mother's Day weekend.
He has.
So we got 3 days.
You've just slammed this cunt for being too reactionary, in which I heard the personal voicemail you left him saying, "Oi, Blandies, this is my birthday."
Yeah, so fuck it. Like, let me tell you, it's my birthday's on the Sunday of Magic Round, and I know there's other TWiL members like on the 14th on the Friday.
Yep.
And let me tell you, Bender season, hashtag Bender season is coming to a fucking Suncorp near you. BNDRSZN, spelled the most obnoxious way possible. Yeah, it's coming your way in May 2021.
Nice.
And I hope that everything has fucking calmed down enough, and like Australia has calmed down enough. Like we are, like just maintain like right now what we are.
Yes.
No one needs a bat. In Victoria, I'm looking clearly at you. Well, South Australia, you got your fucking moments as well.
How good is it that we never expanded the game into South Australia?
Oh, yeah, I mean, we killed off the Rams at just the right time 20 years ago. But yeah, I'm looking forward to because this year, I mean, once again, we're pumped for Magic Round. Didn't happen because of the Rona. Our traditional grand final weekend didn't happen because of the Rona. So this Magic weekend is going to be fucking crazy. And yeah, Magic weekend grand final minimum happening. I feel like that there's two trips for the footy that I've missed out on in 2020. So I think we're going to need to see make some other reasons to have some more getaways. But yeah, a great year for the show and the listeners and the community.
And the fact that we somehow managed to put episodes out every week with no football.
Yeah, exactly.
We were doing fucking movie reviews.
I gave myself fucking arthritis in one of my fingers playing that fucking rugby league game on Twitch, which was fun, and I actually got really good at that game. But just tell you though, it's fucking keto shit. Like, as far as like for inflammation and everything, gone.
Really?
Zero. Like, I mean, because like it also comes from a lifetime of playing guitar and stuff like that as well. Gone.
Yeah, nice.
Like literally zero.
Yeah, how good.
If I had a weekend where I was eating pizzas and shit all weekend, Monday morning I'd wake up, sore again.
Yeah.
But straighten shit out, zero. Like nothing at the moment. Nothing. Not even no visible inflammation or actual like.
Mine comes from being on a hazmat watch list. I can't actually fucking shoot jizz at people, so I have a lot of finger work.
Oh yeah, Bethany. Bitcoin keeps going. Yeah, well, it's true. I'm hoping that alt season starts before Bender season.
Well, Bethany, you better use that Bitcoin to purchase some things for Bitcoin and come up to the, I don't know, meet up via the bit bus. I don't know what the fuck it is. Fucking
Yes. No, don't bring it out through your banks. Don't let them know you got it. Hide your fortune.
nice.
Launder it, if you will. So yeah, that's it. That's it for the season. Thanks everyone for all the support. Couldn't say it better than Jay did earlier. So I'm not going to try. I think he covered it all. And Digi members, I guess we got a couple more for you guys.
Yep.
And that's for the rest of you. Have a great Christmas.
We love you. We'll see you in the new year.
Have a great new year. And
we'll be around on the Facebook page and on Twitter.
Oh yeah, look, I'm not going anywhere while this fucking Bailey versus fucking Real Dad situation is is going on. But yeah, no, there's no gender reveal coming, Alex, at the end. And may the Knights won't win 21, and let's hope they never win again. Let's be honest. I mean, we've just been speaking for 5 minutes about the state of the world and how we hope things change for the better. Can I assure you that a Knights premiership does not fall into the things that are better column? So that's it, guys.
Oh my God, someone's just pointed that out.
What's that?
Glenn thought he was so clever, finally putting a reference up.
Yes.
And it's MVC 2020, Chris as Whitney Houston and me as Kevin Costner in The Bodyguard. And Dan in the Facebook group's gone, isn't your gripe that Chris is stepdad's bodyguard? You got it the wrong way around.
A referential retard to the end,
last.
to the absolute end. See you next year.
Love you. Later.